Hi, this is Jameson with Honest Family Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the vacuum attachment set from a company called Full Clean, used for the Dyson V6, V7, V8, V10, V11, and V11 oversized models. If you find this review useful, please leave us a like. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. And now on to the review. So a few months ago, me and my wife wanted to get a brand new vacuum. Our old one was one of the cheap ones you can get at Walmart that was like 30, 40 bucks. Didn't work very well. Had difficult to clean filters. It was a big old chunky monkey vacuum. Had to plug it into the wall, tripping over wires all the time. Didn't love it. So during Black Friday, we decided to splurge a little bit and get ourselves one of the fancy Dyson battery-powered vacuums. Great purchase. It was wonderful. But in order to save money, we got one of the cheaper ones, and with the cheaper one it did not come with much. We got the Dyson V7 vacuum, which works just as well as our old one, by the way. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think it was completely worth the trade-off. But it didn't come with much. It came with this, the actual vacuum itself. It came with this pole. Dyson V7 Motorhead Origin is the model we got. It came with this floor attachment right here. And it came with this right here. It's a multi-tool. I guess it's used for, these are soft bristles, so used for dusting and just regular vacuuming and things. And it also, up here in the corner, came with the wall adapter and charger. So we actually bought this to replace our old vacuum, but if the only two heads that you have to suck things up are this and this, then that's not super good. While this is really great attachment, works really well, this works really well. If I wanted to do things like scrub dirt out of fabric or get into little corners and stuff, I would need other attachments. So I went out onto the Amazon looking to see if I could buy some attachments. I love the Dyson, so I looked at Dyson stuff, and it was expensive. It was too expensive. I wasn't going to pay $100 plus for all the attachments that I wanted. Wasn't going to happen. So I went on Amazon, kept looking. I found a few different postings. Most of them happened to be like the older versions. Before Dyson had the V series vacuums, they had, I think it was the DC series, I'm not exactly sure, but it used different types of attachments, and I would have had to use an adapter, and I just didn't want to do that. I like just being able to plug it right into here, not have to worry about an adapter and switching things out, and I just wanted it to work. So I went online and I found the cleaning kit. Came in this little box right here, home cleaning tools. Pretty plain brown box, but it did come with 6 different attachments, which is wonderful. One, it came with one of these, which you might have seen from before, so I didn't really need it, but this actually gives a really good comparison on Dyson quality versus their quality. But it did come with one of these multi-tool attachments. It came with a mattress vacuum. It's got a little scrubber here to get out the dust and go back and forth. It does that. It has a dusting attachment with super soft bristles, and it spreads out the suction so it doesn't suck too hard. It's great for getting out dust. Came with this one. I'm sure you can hear that. This is a stiff bristled brush to getting into tougher fabrics, like if you have a couch that has pretty tough fabric, this will help get the dust out. It came with a crevice tool, which is what I really wanted in the beginning anyway. And everyone needs a crevice tool if you got a vacuum. If you don't have one of these, then you're not cleaning, right? And one of my favorite things that I was missing was a vacuum hose. Now, this right here does give me a great deal of freedom in moving around and things, but if I want to get into really small areas, like if I want to vacuum out my car, which is another reason why I bought this, no cords. It's very wonderful. You need something like this, and this stretches a good 4 feet long, and I absolutely love this. So when I was ordering these, I'm like, okay, well, Dyson charges $20 for their attachments on average. This company right here gave me 6 attachments for 35 bucks, a little bit more than $5 a piece. So I'm like, how is that gonna be? Turns out that the quality is very, very similar. If I were to hold both of these up and ask you which one was which, and you didn't know before, it would be really hard to tell. This is the original with the gray, and this is the full clean set with the red. I mean, it feels remarkably similar. This goes up, this goes down. They both click. The plastic itself is nearly identical. If I was really being nitpicky, this one looks a little bit more well finished than this one, but that's me looking at it real close. If I just saw either one separate, wouldn't have noticed any difference. The bristles feel exactly the same. There is one thing, however, that the original one right here is better with this, and that's with the little red buttons down here. This one on the original pushes in and out really easy. Feels nice and smooth. With this one right here, I'm sure you can kind of hear it. It's not absolutely perfect. Now it works. If I were to get it in here, put it in, it works great. Now there's no issue with the actual connection. It just doesn't feel as expensive, I guess. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's going to come off, but it doesn't feel nice and smooth like the other ones. And that is true with most of these. So actually this one's really good. With 2 or 3 of them, this button isn't as super smooth as the Dyson original one that I had, but it is well worth the price save, if I do say so myself. Everything fits into here. It all works. All the pieces fit into the different things. It's absolutely wonderful. There is one little caveat to buying this set, however, that I didn't know before I bought it. It doesn't say it anywhere, and that's actually with the vacuum hose, one of my favorite pieces. Now, when you buy a Dyson vacuum like this, I actually try to show you right here. Down here, there's 2 little holes, and those 2 little holes will plug into this right here. You can see on the bottom right here, there's 2 different little holes. This actually supplies power from the handheld vacuum itself to whatever powered attachments that you have. So if you see here as well, this little piece coming out is covering up 2 metal contact points. This hose does not have those. And that's the only negative I see. So if you wanted to try to use the hose with any sort of Dyson attachment that has those metal things, they actually will not fit. The button's indented, it doesn't fit that way. If I wanted to attach it to the other side here, it does actually work, but I have no idea why you'd want to have this much length going to it, your little vacuum. But I guess it could. But if I were to plug this into something else, such as this motorized head, because of the metal attachments, it just doesn't fit. So if you're hoping to use this hose with any of the motorized attachments, you're going to be out of luck, unfortunately. But with every other attachment that it comes with, and that came with my Dyson, it works perfectly fine. So in conclusion, I really do like this set. It was great not having to spend over $100 on all the Dyson ones, and only having to spend $34, $35 on the full clean set. If I were to give this a rating out of 5, I would give it a 4 out of 5. The only reason it's not a 5 out of 5 is these little buttons right here sometimes are just a little bit wonky. It's not an absolutely perfect product. It's not exactly as good as the original, but it's about 95% of the way there. So if you like the review and want to look at the item, I have it linked below in an Amazon affiliate link. Using that link will help out the channel. I think it's a good way to show your thanks if you actually did enjoy the review. So thank you again, and see ya. Infinite suction.